All right, let's get you started.
We're right here with you.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're doing great.
Years pass. Life slowly found a new rhythm. Colin returned to work eventually. Different responsibilities, remote projects, consulting. But his brilliant mind remained unchanged. His body had been wounded. His intelligence had not. The years passed quietly. He and Margaret adapted. They built new routines, new dignity, new understanding of strength. Sometimes at night they would sit together in the living room, tea steaming between them. Margaret would smile softly. "You're stronger than you know." Colin would shake his head. "No, you are." Then one winter morning, Margaret collapsed. At first, Colin thought she was just tired, but the doctors discovered something far more serious. Illness, sudden, aggressive. Hospital corridors returned, the same cold hallways, the same beeping machines, but this time the roles had changed. This time, Colin was the one sitting beside the hospital bed, watching, waiting, feeling helpless. He hated the feeling. Margaret had always been the strong one. Now she looked fragile, weak, and that was when he first saw her. She entered the hospital room quietly. A young carer wearing light blue scrubs, her hair tied neatly behind her head, her movements calm and gentle, her badge red. Emily Watson. She approached Margaret with a warm smile. "Good morning, Mrs. Carter." Her voice was soft, comforting. She adjusted Margaret's pillows carefully, checked the IV line, straightened the blanket. Then she sat beside Margaret and listened patiently as Margaret spoke, not rushing, not interrupting, just listening. She treated Margaret with respect, real respect. Not the forced politeness hospitals sometimes have. Colin noticed, quietly, intentionally. He watched the way she spoke, the way she cared, the way she made his mother smile, even on painful days. And without realizing it, Colin memorized her name, Emily Watson. He didn't know why, but something about her presence stayed with him. Weeks later, Margaret passed away. The moment arrived quietly, peacefully, but the silence afterward felt unbearable. The house that had once been full of warmth suddenly felt hollow. Margaret's favorite chair remained empty. Her teacup sat untouched. The kettle boiled for no one. The laughter that once filled the home had disappeared. Grief filled every corner. Every room carried a memory. Every wall echoed her voice. For weeks, Colin barely spoke. He moved through the days like a ghost inside his own life. But one name kept returning to his thoughts. Emily Watson, the young carer who had treated his mother with such kindness. After Margaret's funeral, life felt empty. Social services stepped in to help Colin adjust, because living alone in a wheelchair meant he would need assistance. Soon, carers were assigned to his home. Different faces, different routines, different personalities. Some were kind, some were distant. Some treated the job like a checklist. Wake him, prepare meals, assist with bathing, leave. But Colin's mind kept returning to one name, Emily Watson, the girl who had cared for his mother with such patience, the girl who made Margaret smile during her final days. So finally, one afternoon, Colin made a quiet request to the agency. "I would like one specific carer." The administrator looked up from her desk. "Oh, who?" Colin answered calmly. "Emily Watson." The woman typed on her computer. Let me see if she's available. Colin waited. For reasons he could not fully explain, his heart was beating faster. Because sometimes the people who appear briefly in our lives are not meant to disappear forever. 3 days later, the doorbell rang. Colin rolled his wheelchair slowly toward the entrance. When he opened the door, she was standing there, Emily Watson, wearing the same calm smile he remembered. Her hair tied neatly back, a small bag over her shoulder, her eyes bright but gentle. "Hello, Colin," she said warmly. For a brief second, neither of them spoke. Because sometimes familiarity feels strange when it returns unexpectedly.